Hey everybody, it is 8:30 in the morning, and this is a video game vlog. See, got one of my star shirts on. Video game vlog! So it's that easy, just change your clothes and, that's how you can tell what people are doing. But, I have a lot of stuff to cover, even for 8 o'clock in the morning, because it has been some hot ass news going since I woke up at 6 o'clock. It's just been hot news everywhere I turned. It was hot video game news, burning a hole in my pocket, so I had to share. So, since we have a shitload to cover, let's just jump in. First off, I want to start with the hottest of the hot news that just came out. Scalebound is done. Scalebound. At E3 last year, at the Microsoft or the Xbox press conference, they were doing they were showing all the stuff that was going to come out, all the exclusives for Xbox that were going to come around, and one of them, I could never remember the name of it, was Scalebound. Scalebound looked like Devil May Oink / Devil May Cry with dinosaurs or dragons or some shit. It was looking hot, and I had seen. I think they had first had a trailer for that way. I want to say in 2015 or 14. It had been a while since I had heard anything about it. I remember the first time I heard about it. It didn't even have a name. It was like dragons or like whatever, and it was looking hot. And I was like, oh, what is this? And I want to see it, but I was like, I don't know. So they showed a big trailer for it. They debuted it and had all this going on at E3 last year, and it died yesterday. It died tragically yesterday, and we were sad that it died because even though it's on Xbox, and I have a strict Adejan does not play Xbox games because my hands in those controllers don't mesh well at all. So, and my best friend has the same problem when it comes to Xbox. She said she tried to play on an Xbox and her hands can't handle that controller. It's too clunky. I need something a little more scaled down. That's why I kind of like the PlayStation controller. And I know there's a lot of ladies out there who play on an Xbox and they don't have a problem. I have a problem with it because my hands just is like they always feel like crunked and this just seems like some shit that's gonna set you up for some carpal tunnel for real. But I knew I wasn't gonna be able to play it. I was trying to figure out well, maybe I could take a look, and if it looked really really hot, I would try to go for it. But it doesn't matter because it died. And here is the Game Rant article on it. Spellbound director confirms game's cancellation and apologizes. Why? It was looking hot. Why? So let me read not all of this, but I'll read some of it, and as you know, there'll be links for everything down below. This is an hour ago, 7 o'clock in the damn morning, by Fergus O'Sullivan. Hideki Kamiya personally apologizes over Twitter to Scalebound fans for the game's cancellation and denies rumors of his alleged mental health issues. Oh shit. Following the news a few days ago that Scalebound has officially ceased, game director Hideki Kamiya has now personally apologized for the cancellation via Twitter, saying he was very sorry, quote, very sorry to anyone who was looking forward to this game. Scalebound was set to be the next big thing in action RPGs until it was hit hard by several problems, not the least of which was the month-long absence of its director, allegedly due to Kamiya's mental health issues. What? I had to look into this because I didn't know any of this was going on. The news was unexpected, yet not entirely surprising. Initially set to come out in 2016, it was supposed to come out last year. I thought it was supposed to come out this year, but I don't know. Scalebound was delayed until this year because game developers wish to make good on their ambitious version. Kamiya is said that quote, ambitious vision. That Kamiya is ambitious can be seen from his earlier work like Bayonetta 2, which 4 or 5 people played because it was on Wii U and nobody cared. And like I said, I guess y'all don't have money because nobody played that. Works like Bayonetta 2, yet the wish to do as much as possible with the game can also lead to a to lead to feature creep, which has been the death knell for many games before Scalebound and will likely remain so for many that come after. Damn, he was apologetic. No one knows why. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap this up. Yeah, he's apologetic. No one knows why Camilla was going. What the hell is up with this mental health issue? I mean, I know people have like mental health issues, but damn, like I don't even know. That came out of left field, so I don't even know what the fuck was going on with that. So Scalebound's in the can forever, and we're not gonna be seeing that ever. Maybe they'll pick it up like when Camilla gets his shit together. I don't even know, but damn, that's kind of fucked up, man. Damn, just well, damn. So well, that's gone, and that makes me sad that that's gone. So I am going to move on from that and start talking about horror games. I'm going to start on the horror game thing. Resident Evil 7, as we know, is coming out this month. We are like, I think, 2.5, almost 3 weeks out from it coming out, which means it's like 2.5 weeks from my birthday. Oh my god. So, send cards. Yeah, so this little quick thing, because I don't want to waste time on Resident Evil. Somebody put the demo in third person, and I was all hot for it until I saw what the third person thing was offering. This again is an article via Gamer Rant 2 days ago by Kyle Sledge. It was alright, man. Like, I'm not going to read this article, but the third person, I'll put a link to this third person nonsense into the description so you can watch it for yourself. I was all crazy for it. I was like, oh, cool. So we can play in third person the way Resident Evil is supposed to fucking be. And is it going to be amaze balls? Dude had no head. I'm like, people have heads, right? You don't just walk around with no head on. That actually would be more horrifying than anything else I would possibly even be like watching. Dude didn't have a head. And I'm just like, the fuck? How you going to do this and dude don't have a fucking head? How is he shooting or walking around and he's headless? So I like looked at it for like a good 3 seconds. Was like mortified that boyfriend. There was the demo boyfriend didn't have a head. Y'all could have slapped like, I don't know, you could have photoshopped like, I don't know, anything on there and that would have been better than him running around with no head. It was weird and uncomfortable and it was just like, oh my god. So there apparently is a Resident Evil teaser demo with a headless man walking around and you can play in third person. I don't know. It's fucking weird. So I'll post the link to that too, but oh my god, y'all kids need to not. So moving right along. So, alright, moving on to indie horror games and just more insanity with horror games. Indie, man, the indie industry is just taking it to a man. Last year, a lot of the hot horror games that were going around were indie horror games. They weren't like big AAA titles, you know, they weren't from like Capcom or whatever. They were just random folks who were just sick of the shit with the AAA titles that suck, and they wanted to, and they've been doing really good shit. So in that vein, it seems like this year they're planning to keep it going and keep it moving, looking better. And one of the games that I just saw this morning look hot is two balls, like you sitting too close to a fire. Your balls are too close to a fireplace, and then they start smoking, and you like, well, what's this smell? It smells like burning ball hair. It's like it's that level of hot. So yeah. So it's called Husk. Oh shit, this game looks so fucking good. I was hard pressed before I did this. I was like hard pressed. Like, do I want to ask them for permission to put the trailer in the video so you could see how hot it was? But that was before all the other news came out with the headless dude on Resident Evil and the fucking implosion of Scalebound. So I was just like, I was going to do it, and then I got sidetracked, so here we are. So I will post a link to Husk in the description. But let me read to you PC Gamer's article by Joe Donnelly. Thank you, people, for having names I can pronounce, because usually I fuck some names up real bad. And it's supposed to be like a Silent Hill horror-esque game, but it doesn't look like the regular like PT simulators I have seen way too many of lately since PT imploded. And speaking of implosions, since PT imploded, it doesn't look like the regular walking simulator and like you looping through a fucking hallway and you seeing weird, disturbing shit. This seems like this actually has a point and a purpose, and it's going to try to go somewhere. So, and as I covered at the end of last year, the reason why those fucking PT simulators don't really work is because Silent Hill has an established folklore. It has like reasons that why you would be in a fucked up house going through a hallway, the same set of hallways over and over. And like it's going to try to do something. So instead of just the normal bullshit we've been seeing. But here's the, what is this? Husk is a Silent Hill-esque horror game. Oh, Jesus, hold on. Pardon me a second. My computer's giving me shit. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. My computer was trying to restart in the middle of this. It's like, bitch, don't you know I'm doing a video? The shit. And my dog is in here now, so I expect there's going to be some barking and me screaming that she need to get out. You probably need to get out. Thank you. Oh, she jumped on the couch. Oh, God. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's read this article, shall we? Husk is a Silent Hill-esque horror framed by domestic violence. So, I know in the trailer that I watched when I first saw this, I found this by accident on like a Japanese, because I follow all kinds of craziness on Twitter. But it was a Japanese article, and I couldn't read it, but they had the English, trailer up. So I watched the trailer since I couldn't read the article, obviously, and it was just like, oh shit, I need this in my life. So, but let's read this. Who's this PC gamer John? Despite the fact that the protagonist has been seen loading a gun in the trailer below, upcoming horror game Husk bills itself as a first-person perspective game rather than a first-person shooter. This probably means Husk will combine its glaring survival horror aspiration, namely Silent Hill, Alan Wake. Side note, I fucking hated Alan Wake. I'm sorry if you liked your game, but I didn't like Alan Wake. And Twin Peaks. Is Twin Peaks a game? I have to look into that. The show, you can't go home to that show. That show is fucked up weird. But then again, it's David, I forget what the shit his name is. And I watched that Eraserhead movie. That movie is fucking, it's so weird that it's creepy. But let me go back. With the degree of hold on. This probably means Husk will combine glaring survival horror inspiration, namely Silent Hill, Alan Wake, and Twin Peaks, with a degree of exploration. It is out on February 3rd, so let's get ready. And little on show definitely has piqued my interest. Mine too, homie. It's set in an abandoned town of Shivercliff. You assume the role of Matthew Palmer, a civilian who's just woken up after a train crash, having lost his wife and daughter. Over the course of the next 4 to 5 hours, you're tasked with tracing your absent loved ones while battling different types of monsters and boss fights, and solving riddles in a dark and intriguing story. Ooh. Following the trailer sets the game stage and offers a glimpse of some brief snippets of in-game footage. Besides a typically Silent Hill backing track, it explores the themes of domestic violence and is narrated by an adult seemingly recalling his childhood. At this stage, it's not clear whether or not this star of Husk's show. Hold on. At this time, it's not clear whether or not this is the star of Husk's show, but I hazard to guess that it is. We are extremely excited. Hold on. Wait a second. Okay. This is in quotes. That's why I had to look up. Sorry. Quote, we are extremely excited that less than, oh shit, it would help if I could fucking read. We are extremely excited that in less than a month, less than a month, players all over the world, I need some fucking hooked on phonics, god damn it. We are extremely excited that in less than a month, players all over the world will be able to experience our debut game. The result of our cooperation with either, I'm going to say this wrong, I'm going to spell it and then try to say it, imgn.pro. I'm thinking it's Imgen Pro, but I don't know. So I gave you the spelling in whatever. Quote, end quote, the developer Undead Scout Lucas Nokulak. See, butchering names. I am so sorry. Quote, in our newest game trailer, we unveil some secrets about the main plot. Drawing on the elements of honoric horror, in Husk we strive to touch upon real and often very painful problems. I'd rather not reveal any more details right now. You'll soon be able to discover them on your own, end quote. Husk is due out February 3rd, and until then, here's some screenshots. I won't share the screenshots because we all know I don't know how to do anything for shit. So, looking hot. Why is this looking hot? Why is it going to be a long ass week between now and fucking February 3rd when this is going to be on fire and be hot and juicy and there's going to be drool coming out of my mouth and I'm going to be like, oh, this game is looking hot. So, I don't even know. It's hot. It's hot as hell. So, this led me on to a whole host of things that I was just like, started following like randos on Twitter. There is, hold up, because I gotta actually go on my Twitter to find this. I am following Team White Noise. Okay, so since none of these other ones that I'm about to talk about have articles because they're like super in development, but Team White Noise, they did Alchemilla, which was a Silent Hill mod or something like that. I didn't hate Alchemilla. It just, like, the end got a little tedious for me. But in the very beginning, there's a picture of Mozart hanging. And that was the first thing I noticed when it came on. I was like, why is there a picture of Mozart hanging? Because I like classical music and I like Mozart. And I noticed that right away. I was like, what the fuck does Mozart have to do with Silent Hill? I'm not understanding this. But, yeah, so they're working on some... It says Russian take on existential horror, and I will post a link to this in the description because I watched the trailer to it. And you ever see something again so weird that it kind of freaks you out? That's what this did. Oh, this is a little article. Cool. Level 80 on November 18th of last year. Team White Noise is a small team dedicated game developer from Russia who are currently working on an interesting survival horror game called Twin Souls. A very peculiar take on co-op surviving where you have to battle strange creatures and explore a small Soviet apartment. Users have to find and learn monsters' behaviors and find ways to trick it. Ooh, that is real interesting. Oh my god. White Noise is no stranger to game development. Back in the day, they created a nice mod, Alchemilla. Oh, Alchemilla wasn't for... Because there is an Alchemilla for Silent Hill, but apparently this is Alchemilla for Half-Life 2. I am sorry. So, I had the wrong one, which sort of had the same kind of vibe, or same kind of Silent Hill vibe, but actually Twin Souls caught our attention thanks to the amazing 3D environments created for it. Part of this is actually available at the Unreal Marketplace for purchase. Artists added a huge bunch of details and recreated the tiniest peculiarities of Russian private housing. We've talked with Alexander Goyachev from, I think I pronounced that right. Oh my god. From Team White Noise, and discuss some of the ways they've created scenes. And I'm not going to read all of this because it's just how they created the scenes. And I'll post a link to this in the description, as well as the link to, and here they have the Twin Souls trailer. It was like normal, and then it went weird and started turning into like a tentacle flick. I thought I was gonna get tentacled by like some tentacles. I was like, oh god. So, ew, and here's some of the tentacles right now. You see it moving. Ew, it's all moving all tentacly. Ugh. So, ow. So, I was like, well, damn, that's looking hot. I gotta keep that article because I didn't even know this had an article. So, there was Twin Souls, existential Russian horror. Then there was We Exist. I was on a roll. I was like, I saw Husk and went on a fucking roll. Early concept art for We Exist, full album right here. I will post a link to that. I don't think this has, oh, maybe this does have an article. No, that's not an article. We Exist is supposed to be some kind of horror game. Yeah, all they have mostly is pictures. They're like in early, I want to say they're in early stage development. Moveville Entertainment, they had, what the fuck is this? They had, wait, what? I don't remember what this was called. They have a trailer for it. And let me see what it, I just need a title. Conspicuous Mind. That's right. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to watch it. I did watch it already. Conspicuous Mind. Here, let me go back to Moveville Entertainment. This is kind of what their Twitter is looking like. So, and Conspicuous Mind is supposed to be another survival horror first person foray. I got a lot of links to post up this time. I hate posting links because I'm lazy and I can't. If I did this on my computer, I'll be able to cut and paste. But since I'm doing this on my tablet, it makes the process longer. And lastly, Conarium, something like that. Twitter page. Conarium is a Lovecraftian psychological horror adventure game that takes place during an Antarctic expedition, currently in development for PC. So then there's that. There was a lot of Indy, boy, they taking it to task, and it's gonna be hot, and there's gonna be a lot of. I think people are just tired of playing the same old bullshit all the time, and they want to play different stuff, and they want some variety. And it's not the major game players, Konami. Well, Konami died in a grease fire, but like like all the major players, I can't even think of American developers right now. My brain is on hold. But it seems like foreign indie, like, because even the people that are working on Days, oh no, they're American. Big Bend. I need some information on Days Gone, Big Ben. You need to get your shit together too. But it just seems like they're just taking it to the streets, as it were, and it's just going to be hot, and it's nice to have a nice variety of different kinds of horror games, and hopefully, like, good things will happen. I would like to see horror games go back to third person. You can be scary and be in third person. Silent Hill was in third person. You see, the only time you saw Silent Hill in first person was when they started doing PT. But you can still be scared and still have horror and still get in people's minds. That's the worst kind of horror. When it digs into your mind and makes a nest, that's the worst kind of horror. But because it just fucks you up. But you can still have third person and still be scary. You don't have to have everything in first person. It's just, if you're gonna have third person, let the fucking character get a damn head. I mean, no head, really? That's still blasting my mind. But yeah, so I got a lot, like, check them all out, tell me what you think, and just be ready to ride the roller coaster of good-ass horror that's going to be coming around in 2017. Oh, Song of Horror, I was on there their Twitter recently. They've been pushed back. I think they're supposed to come out either first or second quarter. They're not coming out till Halloween. So we have to wait for Song of Horror. But I'll post links to everybody in the description. And that's your news, your hot ass game news. So I'll see y'all next time. Later!